Hi, we are here today at SV Automotive. My name is Simo, and I have Perry here with me from Perry's Custom Metal. It's October 14th, and SEMA is getting scary close. We still have some work to do, and Perry is here to talk about the metal work that he's done on the car. We're very lucky to have him as a part of this project.
Thank you.
And we're going to be showing some of the details that he's worked on. This is an all aluminum hood. Perry created this 959 style gas door for it. The fender gas filler was deleted, and it has an exact 959 style gas filler lid.
It was copied from a 959 actual hood that I happened to have at the shop through another project that we're working on. So that gave me the location, and all of the inner workings and stuff are handmade, nothing CNC or anything like that. It was all hand done, the hinge and the attachments for the hinge.
Yeah, you did a perfect job on it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You made the bumpers. The front bumper is not here right now. It's on the table. We can take a quick look at it here. This is a RS style, and it's all steel. The air intake for the oil cooler, for the CSF oil cooler, is it's all steel, handmade. And same thing with the flares for the turbo wide fender flares. And Perry created the openings for the carbon fiber blades that go there. Was there anything special about this that was hard, or it was?
Basically, I had the drawings.
Yep.
So that gives you a blueprint, which is a nice head start on most projects. Is just somebody's idea. So we had blueprints on this basically to follow.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, John Sibal has this absolutely stunning design for the car, and we've been following that, and that's why the car is so beautiful. This is the masterpiece that you created. When we started the project, we wanted to make it no plastic anywhere, no fiberglass anywhere, and that included making an aluminum ducktail. That's a challenge. There are so many difficult compound curves on it. I trusted Perry as being able to make it. His work is second to none. I gave him a fiberglass ducktail and asked him if he can make us a aluminum ducktail with the air openings in the back according to John Sibal's beautiful design. Perry said, no problem, let's do it.
Basically what I did was I patterned pieces off of the fiberglass ducktail. We had another deck lid that was just a flat deck lid that I used the inner structure for. And also some of this up here was from the donor deck lid. And that was 40 thousandths aluminum, which is real thin, but that's kind of the way that Porsche race stuff is made, is 40 thousandths aluminum. So all of this other pieces that I made, this piece, all of this up in here, the sides, all had to be matching 40 thousandths aluminum. And once all the pieces were made, welded them together, and that was pretty much it. All the pieces are pretty straightforward. These are my patterns that I used. All of them are sort of a way to break down the project into little pieces. This would be up around the deck lid, up around the top there.
Yep.
So once all those pieces are made and welded together, you have a final deck lid. But this is the tricky part, the very back, because it's got so much shape in it.
Yep.
And this is where it says Porsche along the back here, and this is the edge for the where the lip rolls around. So that's why I had to make a buck for this part. The rest of it I didn't really need to. I could use the fiberglass part as a guide. As a buck.
Yeah.
But this part I needed to be able to see behind it and underneath it to check and make sure that my shapes were correct by looking in these windows and making sure that the shape is where we want it to be. So this is all English wheeled, and then once the shape is correct, I had this part made out. I made this part out of steel, so I could actually hammer over the aluminum to give me this flange.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
Well, shall we make another one?
I would like to make one.
All right.
That'd be fun. Maybe a little thicker aluminum next time.
Yeah, maybe 60 thousandths.
60 thousandths, yeah.
Perry, you have been an integral part of this build, and we really are very fortunate to have you on it. So,
well, thank you.
Thank you very much, Perry.
Thank you. No, you've been great. So thank you.
Thank you. We're here today with Richard from Sierra Madre Collection. Sierra Madre Collection has been our go-to supplier for Porsche parts now for many years. Jorge has been phenomenal with us. His support and your support on our projects has been second to none, so we love it. It's nice to know that our parts are looked after when we need them.
It's easy working with SEMA. One, he knows what he's doing. He calls up, he knows what he wants. It's a good relationship.
Yeah. Good, thank you. And we've enjoyed it very much, and we still need some more parts for this project, but we're almost there. We have 2 more weeks. After that, we're going to be looking for parts for other projects.
It's easy, we can get them to you quick, you know, because we're not too far away.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And most of the time, you know,
You
parts
have it.
are in stock,
Yes.
which is good. We stock the small parts, the little, like I brought this morning, the little grommets,
Yeah.
all the way to fenders, bumpers, wheels, you know, all that good stuff. So we can supply all of that for them, and we have too.
Yeah. I use your website for looking up things, what they look like when I need to.
You get that comment a lot.
Yeah.
That people love the website, and that just makes it easy for them to order parts, get the right parts,
Yeah.
and see what they need.
Big kudos to Sierra Madre Collection and Jorge and Richard. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. We're very happy to keep doing this business, and it's, you know, when I see you calling up on the phone, it's always quick and easy. You know, 1 or 2 minute call at the most. Get the parts out here, and this is a beautiful build. We're very happy to keep supplying parts for it, and hope it ends up well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me out.
Watching Backdate to the Future by CSF, and today we have a really special guest, Greg Boyson, outside sales rep from our featured partner, SSF. They're the ones who've been getting us thousands of parts for this car. Greg, it's nice to have a chance to meet you.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming to check out the car, see where all the parts are going,
Absolutely.
see why nobody else can get them because we hoarded them all and we put them on the car. And you're coming at a really good time. We're 2.5 weeks till SEMA. Literally 2.5 weeks from now, this car will be in my booth in Central Hall in the Las Vegas Convention Center. And we have done a lot, but we still have a little bit more to do. And now, you're coming in where you see a lot of the details coming together.
Yeah.
But it's a really good way for you to kind of see what's been done so far. So what do you think?
I think it's fantastic. I
Yeah.
think the attention to detail, speaking with Simo earlier, is second to none. It's just incredible what you guys have put together here, and we're happy and proud that you picked us as a partner.
Well,
great.
it goes both ways. I don't even think this car, building it to what we were trying to do, would even be possible without the support from SSF. I mean, it's just starting from the Mahle pistons at the beginning, back in, I think, February is when we spec'd those. We were able to get the last ones through you guys in the entire country. So, those are those Mahle LN engineering pistons that you guys carry. You guys got it for us. You guys have been working out, awesome service, awesome deal to help us put this car together, and it's super appreciative.
Well, it's definitely been a pleasure.
And one thing about this whole build, it's not just the parts, it's the people behind it. So we're really happy to have you here just to kind of, be part of the experience.
Sure.
It's nice when people can see that there are real people behind these, objects that we all, ooze over. So, we just got these wheels yesterday. So,
Yeah, fantastic.
you're seeing them just as much as we're seeing them. These are brand new Rotiform CMP wheels. That's the name of them. And it's a hybrid wheel of a Fuchs wheel, a Campanella wheel, and a little bit of a VW gas burner wheel. So,
That's fantastic.
Simo and I, with our whole color scheme of between Cerakote and anodizing, we carried that into the wheels. I think it came out really nice. And we wrapped them with Falcon RT660 tires. So, thank you to all of our partners who are getting involved on the wheel side. Just like you with all the hard parts and everything that we're getting from SSF, we've been able to feature a lot of great industry partners on this car. And that's really what this community is all about.
Absolutely. I don't know if you know or not, but this is our 46th year in business, and we started out by importing and distributing German car parts, and that's what we're still doing 46 years later. And Porsche is a big part of our program. We love supporting the restoration community as well as the modern repair and maintenance guys. So
You were just telling me about how busy the Porsche, classic
it's
restoration
incredible.
modification business has gotten.
Yep.
So for you guys really to be an industry leader, you guys are at the forefront. You're
Yep.
seeing the trends, you're seeing what's the demand, and you guys are the ones who are having to cope with, the same similar supply chain issues that we're dealing with.
Yep.
Factories being closed in Germany, obviously shipping delays, getting the parts, increased demand. So it's been, I'm pretty sure, a wild ride with you.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the front lines, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. It's been an up and
yeah.
down ride. But what's cool about us is our product managers are car guys.
Yeah.
They own these cars. They go to car shows on the weekend. They talk to people like SEMA and other specialists to make sure that we're providing the products that these guys are looking for. And they love doing the research and finding the OEM manufacturers in places that other guys don't take the time to find.
Yeah, I
it's
think
been great.
Working with like Ken Butane, who's obviously
he's fantastic.
he's been running a lot of that Porsche catalog for a long time.
Yep.
That I think is what separates SSF from a traditional WD who sells multiple parts, multiple lines, makes models. You guys are so niche, so specialized in European. Porsche being one of your strong suits within even that category. So, if you're a shop and you're out there and you're looking to set up an account with a company that can get you literally any Porsche part that you need, it is SSF. They have 3 locations, major WDs, right?
We have actually 9 warehouses across the country now.
Okay.
And we have 3 distribution centers.
Yeah, so all over the country, you guys can get the parts, whether it's the West Coast, East Coast, you guys have covered it all.
Yep.
Can't thank you enough for being over here, Greg. It's great to have somebody from SSF come
fantastic.
and check out the car.
Yeah,
and
it's been great.
We're really looking forward to finishing it. And, this is hopefully something that you'll find in the SSF calendar, next year when it comes out.
Absolutely.
So, Greg, you have any questions about the car? Anything that
I just wanted to ask about
Sure.
the color and picking that and the finish,
Okay.
what you guys use.
So we can't talk about the color because Simo and I decided that if we keep talking about the color, in about a year, we're going to have a lot of copycats. Picking the color is just one thing. It's who's applying the color and doing the work is the other. So we really have to give credit where credit is due. That's Santana Auto Body. Mike, the owner, been in the business for over 35 years as well. He personally laid down the color on this. He's done, many layers of clear coat. Before that, it was a lot of block sanding, making sure all the gaps were aligned properly. And, the guy who did a lot of the metal work, Simo's team here at SV Auto, it's a culmination of everyone doing an excellent job to get to the finished product. That was one thing that, he's selling parts, guys. It's a bat phone.
Sorry, we're out. They're all over here at SEMA's.
We're really happy about the color. Like I was about to say, that was the reason why I even went up to Works Reunion up in Monterey, was just to kind of get some inspiration on colors.
Right.
And Sima and I have spent hundreds of hours on picking wheels, picking the color, and I'm glad we got to this point because I think it's all coming together.
It's definitely paid off, man.
So,
it looks very unique and clean.
Thank you.
Love it.
It's great to have you here, Greg. Thank you again.
Absolutely.
Simo, I know you hate when I do this, but we are 2.5 weeks from the SEMA show. So,
thank you.
This is it. It's crunch time. If my eyes look squinty, it's not because of the sun. It's because I went to bed at 4 a.m. last night. SEMA crunch is definitely real. A lot of work, a lot of logistics, a lot of making sure that the parts are going to be coming on time. Feeling good about everything. A couple things are a little delayed, but, that's just part of the deal.
Yep.
They're going to come when they come, and when they come, we got to put them in.
That's right. We're ready for it.
And I admire what you guys are doing. You're working around some of these logistic issues of getting these parts, but you guys have done a crazy amount of work since last time.
Long days, but you're working very hard too. I know you're putting so much time on it, so we're very thankful and honored to have you on it.
It's a team effort. I roped you into doing this 10 months ago, so I wasn't going to leave you hanging. It's going to take both your side, my side to get this done. First thing, this duck bill is amazing. Perry's Metalwork from Ontario, California, who's been doing a lot of the metal work on this car. We just got this painted from Santana's Auto Body. It's on the car now. It looks stunning.
Yeah, it really worked out well. Perry, he knocked it out of the park. It was not an easy thing to do. And when I took it to him, I was just kind of joking with him. I said, "Oh, that's an easy. Just make aluminum ducktail." Well, it's really not like that. It's a lot of work, and he did a phenomenal job. We love it.
I posted this on the Facebook group yesterday. Guys want to buy the exhaust from you. Guys want to buy this from Perry. So, word's out. People like what they see. I'm just really excited about how it looks. With the color palette that we've been doing between the Cerakote, the anodized, really giving it a new age monochromatic look. I see you've put the Porsche letters in anodized finish, and it looks fantastic. Really ties it together in the back.
Yeah, it worked out well. And we also got the Kinsler aluminum billet intake manifold plenum.
Yep.
Which is here. Now you're going to see a little bit of masking here still because we're protecting it. We're going to put more clear coat on the ducktail. But that is the absolutely stunning Kinsler intake plenum. We're very fortunate that we got one. It's early production, and this was something they really did very quickly for us.
So, you know, if you saw last week's episode, Simo and I were just opening the box and it showed up on next day delivery. We took it to get it anodized. It's in the car. It had built-in machined Wiggins ferrules, and we've put our clamps on it, and this is a setup that I've never seen on a Porsche engine. So I'm excited to start driving this car. It's wild.
Yeah, that fan, of course, is our temporary fan. We had the fan that was on it was a little bit bent. We have a new Cerakote fan blade right here on the table, so we're going to be swapping that shortly.
Well, let me grab that so we can talk about it. This is actually the fan blade that's going to be going in there. We had another one, and when we started the car up over the weekend, we noticed it was kind of wobbly.
Yeah, it was a little bent, and we put a new one.
Yeah, so you know, we had to put one temporarily just so we can continue progressing with you know, the motor and getting things done. You know, starting it up, starting to refine some things. We just got this back from MB Performance about an hour ago.
Yep.
So this is going to swap in. It's going to look great, matching everything else on the car. So, you know, continue. There's always going to be little hiccups, so you just continue and do what you can.
Pat has been amazing at MB, really a big deal for them. I mean, how quickly they've come through with Cerakoting. Usually it takes a lot longer, and we've been getting parts very quickly.
One of the things that you guys have not seen at all is the taillights and the headlights. We're working with Pavel and Bartek from Carbone in Poland. They're going to be shipping us tomorrow by DHL a set of taillights that no one's ever seen. So we're excited to get those next week. I'm thinking they're probably going to show up around Friday, hopefully, so we have next weekend to kind of work on them. But when those show up, you guys will be the first ones to see it. In the interior, a lot of work's been getting done. The door cards are on with the Goyard pattern on the armrest as well as the pouch. That's actually, this is actually pretty trick. It's magnetized, but it's also got snaps. So, you know, if you got some nice cash or something, you want to take it with you, you can take, you know, you can take this in. It just bolts right up there and it just snaps right on. So that's there. The pull also done in Goyard, a nice mix between the leather and the Alcantara, Cerakoted finishes on the speaker grill, and we actually paint matched this window fob just to be able to kind of tie in the monochromatic look that we're looking for. Both seats are in, the hub is in, all the dashes are in, the gauges, the North Hollywood clock and all the rest of the gauges came out amazing.
Yeah.
Simo, you are teaching me things through this build. You were talking about the overlay of the letters that go around the hub.
I'll show you right here what we just did. We put Alcantara on the steering column clamshells, and then we put the wiper decals just like they are in the early cars. If you bought a car from Porsche and you specified that you had a Alcantara or leather covered housing, you could get the decals on them just so they're complete, just like they were plastic covers.
So, you know, another detail that most people don't ever notice, you don't even really see those in types of restorations or when people are doing it, but it's just a, you know, a factory spec detail that I never knew about, and you did, and that's why you're building the car. Next to it is a really cool piece that is unreleased as well.
This one right
Yep, that one right there. That is the new Renline HVAC control billet panel. So it replaces the old plastic piece. It's billet, it's got LED illumination behind it, and actually the 3 knobs that are on there are on the way. Those are also billet from Renline. Renline gave us a ton of detailed stuff over the last few days. Tom over there has been super cool. He's also got his own Backdate build going, so, you know, check out his YouTube channel. But we got a billet glove box cover. On the other side, we have a billet headlight knob, and one's for the trunk and one's for the engine compartment as well. So shout out to Renline. I've been emailing Tom like every other day, asking him for more bits. We actually have machined billet
Door lock knobs.
Yeah, door lock knobs are coming. Those are at anodized right now. The seats are in. The Ropos belts are kind of just been put in place. It's really coming together. Roger at Rogelio's is doing the shifter. He's doing a little bit of a boot. We have something for the handbrake, and he's still working on the back seats. And hopefully by the end of this week, it's all going to be done. Shout out to Dominic at Chasing Jays for the absolutely amazing floorboards. He's got a bunch of nuts and bolts and some other titanium bits that he's doing for us. Next week, we'll get those back, and we'll be able to put those final details on the car. Right here, this is the good stuff. These are brand new wheels from Rotiform. These are the CMP 2-piece forged wheels. I can't be happier how they looked. Again, carrying the color theme through it with the Cerakote and the anodized barrel. Centerlock adapters done by Mike from Stanceworks and his partners Nick and Brett. This is actually pretty cool. Let's show everybody how this works. So this is just a rough cut, kind of a demo piece that we just used for test fit, but it's a 7075 billet aluminum Centerlock hub adapter. You know, material is really hard to get right now, so those guys really had to kind of figure out how to source all this stuff.
Yep.
But we have one, and the way it works is this sits right around here. You're gonna have the driving pins that go through, then the wheel will go through it and over it, then you have the locking nut,
Yep.
and then on top of that, we've put a little bit of a Motorsports touch where there's gonna be a pin drilled through here, and you're gonna have a locking pin. Just a little bit of added safety that you don't normally see on a Centerlock system, but it's really nice. Kind of see what you see on like on a Porsche Motorsports or a Ferrari Challenge type setup. These are brand new designs from Rotiform. So I've been working with Jason over there. It's a mix between gas burner from a VW, Campanello wheels, which is a more of a lesser known Porsche wheel, and a Fuchs style wheel.
Yeah.
You know, one thing Simo and I, we talked about, along with John Sibal, who's the designer of the car, was what wheels are we gonna put on this vehicle? And we really wanted to stay away from a Fuchs wheel because 95% of all Porsches have that wheel. And the minute you put that wheel on the car, you get kind of pigeonholed into, is that a Singer or is that like every other, you know, Backdate or Resto mod that they've seen? These wheels are immediately gonna let everybody know that there's something special and different about this car.
Yeah, they're very unique. We love the heritage, the Fuchs, Campanello, and gas burner, all kind of combined into one. It even looks better when it's on the car with the Centerlock nut on it. And then you'll probably see that heritage better on them.
Absolutely. We can't forget the awesome tires that we've gotten from my good friend Bakari at Falcon Tires, RT660 tires. I love the square look that, you know, it's meaty, it's square. It kind of gives me one of those like more vintage Porsche RSR style feels with how much rubber is kind of taken up on the tire.
Yeah, like the old Michelin race tire look.
Absolutely. So I would say next week, these are going to be on the car. The car will be on the ground. We'll start to do some alignment. That's going to be a big step up for this.
Yeah, we're hoping to get the alignment done as actually the day after we get the hubs.
Yep. The hubs, we're hoping to have the final product today, tomorrow at the latest.
Yeah.
That way we can kind of work through the weekend on getting the car on the ground aligned. And it'd be nice to see this car on the ground after, you know, so many months on the jig.
Yeah, we have the corner scales here, so we're going to be doing corner balance and ride height and alignment hopefully this Saturday.
Awesome. A lot of the updates of what you guys saw from last week, there's a lot of detail work that's going to be happening in the next week. Next week's kind of like getting into that final, you know, 1 week of work, and then, you know, we want to get this car tuned, get it all ready to go, and then it's going to be SEMA before you know it. So you guys saw a little bit of the startup, and Bo Brown was here kind of setting up the initial calibration in the last video. Right now we're going to get the lithium anti-gravity battery plugged in. We're going to start this. I want you guys to really hear what this sounds like with the titanium exhaust, the Kinsler plenum, and what a great job Simo and Fabian Prado did on building this engine. To me, it sounds like an F1 car, super high revving, naturally aspirated. I can't be more happy about how this turned out. Woo! So, you hear that lumpy idle sound? That is done by design. We wanted to give this motor a little bit more of a race feel. It's loud, it's a little raspy, but the tone is so precise. You know, you really get to the idea that it was built to be this way. This was all Simo's idea. Simo worked with the engineer at Webcams to figure out a custom cam setup that's going to give us that sound, but it's also going to give us the power. So I love it. I can't wait to be rolling down the street and just pull up and people are going to see this brand new car with a sophisticated engine, but have that real old vintage type sound that you would find in a race car. Let's give it a hit. So that's with the Porsche factory titanium GT3 exhaust. That's valves open, right?
That's valve open.
Valves open. So there's a valve closed, which is for the pussies, and there's a valve open, which is what we're gonna roll. Simo, you guys did a fantastic job. Just knocked it out of the park with this motor.
Officer, The car is all original.
Yeah, we have original stickers. We have a smog. I don't know. I just bought it this way, you know. So it sounds awesome. It smells awesome. This is where we're at right now. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Can't thank the guys over at SV Auto enough for the amazing car that they're producing. We got Prado Motorworks here as well, helping out with the build. I hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. This has been an excellent journey, and I'm really enjoying it, Simo. I know it's crunch time, but this has been great.
We love it. It's the most fun, challenging, incredible build we've ever done. Thanks to you.
You know, absolutely. It's a team effort. Stay tuned to next week. We're going to have this car on the ground. We're going to have more details on the car. It's really coming together. You're not going to want to miss the next episode. Thanks for watching Backdate to the Future.